Okay. Dream I had last night. Date January 14th, Saturday. Dream name description mall. Okay, so me and Wawas went to this after we got busy at house, which was a whole nother freak show of events of wacky things. I do not remember them. We decided to go to the mall because they had something to do over there. Okay. So, as we went there, I saw this blue thing just floating in the air. Even my dream myself was like, oh, what the fuck? And so I was like, oh, I'm trying to rationalize it. It's probably just a decorations of sort. Because there's two other things on it. It looked like it was like merged with them, like above it, but like little like plastic poles holding it up or something like that. So we went inside. It was big. It was so freaking massive inside. Not so much on the outside, but holy goddamn. They were looking at this thing. I don't remember what they were looking at, but they were talking about the thing they wanted to get. And so I was looking around with them, and I spotted a friend. I don't know what the friend looked like. That's interesting. So I proceeded to go, oh, friend. Okay. So I started walking to the food court looked nice. So I started walking toward where she was. It was a female. She had about blondish hair. She had a very normal face, I'll say. Not that unique. Yeah. Sparked up conversation. Hey, I didn't know you were here. Yeah, I didn't know either. But why are you here? Well, I know exactly what to get you for your birthday. If anything else, if you just like mint shakes or mint stuff, huh? Yeah. As the mitt hit my mouth, I was like, oof, yeah, she likes her mitt. Her mom looked at me and went, you on something? And as this worker, it was like, it was long. Her legs was long and her arms were long. She was bent down like, oh, you want anything? She had bluish eyes and this blonde like hair. And wearing like a pizza outfit like thing. Like a regular thing, but her body didn't match it. But that must have been normal, because I wasn't fazed by it. So she was like, oh. I was like, no thank you, I don't want to. I just got here, I don't want you to spend money on me, no thank you. Oh, okay. As I turned my head to about a 40-degree angle, looking at my parents, I saw another friend, but it was Sophie. I was like, Sophie! Trying to wave at her as she was walking by, and she was like, oh, hi. And so I was like, why are you here? Oh, just to get my hair cut. At where? The barbershop. Okay. Alright. Nice meeting you. Yeah, nice and funny seeing you here too. So then I was like, okay. Got up and started walking towards my family. Then I went through this bizarre place. It was like these kids, you know, like Chuck E. Cheese, they have these games, things like those children casinos. It had that, but two things of them. The regular one, and there was this baby one. Like, not baby, I mean like baby. Like midgets of midgets. Even I was like, ooh, midget and midgets. Look at them go. Look, mom, like one of them. Not kidding, they're like the size of my palm. Midgets. They're that the little plate thing was called. Oh, now it's just walking, going like into the almost the main lobby, but we're like in the second floor, like second up all the way up. Then I spotted a familiar face again, but I saw my friend Olivia. She had this reddish like dye in her hair. It was like this. It wasn't bright red, but it was like palish pink, silent pink type of red. And her dad was there, but not the dad I met in real life. He was much more bulky, way more bulky. Looked like he had muscle on him. He had a beard and a mustache, black, a long ponytail of black hair that reached down to his mid vertebrae or something like that. Wearing glasses, tall, about 6 foot, I believe, or taller. He was definitely taller. He was taller than Olivia. God's sake, holy crap! So I was like, and I got a text. Looked at it, and Olivia's during the home part of it, I was texting her, trying to text her. She didn't answer. So when we went to the mall, I got a text saying, "Yeah, you're just getting a haircut at the barber shop." Okay. Where she was looking, there was a whole new thing. It was like a new thing just popped out of nowhere. Like, I'm not kidding. It was, holy crap. It wasn't even there. That was like where the kid thing was, but it was like this. That was all where all the people were going in. Everybody. Not, some people were lingering, like the people like in the food corner. But everyone was marching in there. It wasn't a lot, honestly, like about 20-ish people to 15 people. So I was trying to look for her. It was like this store thing, like this home base of stores. Like it was like the size of a house, I'll say. That's how big the room was. And there was these clothes hangers and shoes. But then the thing was, there was these signage. Signage was the important thing. They wouldn't have no signs. So, and there's 3 little tunnels. Main ones was going forward. 2 second ones were separate. So I ran ahead trying to cut off Olivia before I could really talk to her before she went to the barber shop. So to get a haircut. So I was like, I was running, like jogging, running. Then I was like, wait, what the so I was like, frick, I lost her. So I went through the middle one. Crowded. But the thing is, all that was before me disappeared. Now that lies there is the tunnel with a little bit of that room inside of it. And it was like this tunnel-ish like stone with a bit of like a very orange pale light above it. So as I went there, I noticed this thing. It was bright. It was bright as as Walmart fluorescent light bright, I'll say. That was all in a split second. Holy crap. Oof. So the people that were originally marched going through, like a whole bunch of people, like seemingly like disappeared, and there was like this crowd of like 10 people. Like they were all, and I was rushing through it. So I was rushing to it. It was like it was a straight path, and there's 2 ways. There's a right way and a left way, and there was the middle part. But that was like it looked like a grocery store like checkout line. I swear. And then I went to this left area. I started following people to go on my age. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to the barbershop. I'll probably see Olivia there. So when I went over there, I saw this area. After about 1 minute of walking, jogging, sprinting over there, there was these game things. Okay, one was like a claw machine, and other one was like this press to get get prizes thing. Open to get prizes, or something like that. I don't know. It was so simple and vivid of what it was, and this people were trying to play it, and those are one of the things that they were rushing towards when they're running through it, like wrong and pushing pushing away people, just for them to play that thing, those games. So I was like, frick, wrong area, this freaking wrong area to find the barber shop. So I went to the original path and followed to it. And then I was like looking, and then I saw Sophie. After these big, huge aisles, I would say about like regular size aisles times 2. And there was like these different products. It had like a very, it was black. It turned black. And there was a blackish like blue hue inside of it. So as I saw Sophie, I was like, hey, met you again. Yeah, you did. I'm trying to look for the barber shop. The barber shop? I don't know where that is. I'm not very, or I think she said something like, oh, that's nice. So I was like, okay. Then a shift. The whole place shifted, but it was normal shift though. Like it was something that looked big, but then it slowly like contract. The aisles, the cashier place seemed like a regular place now. Doesn't seem like a big huge thing, and the thing I walked through didn't exist anymore. Like it was some type of like a parallel universe thing, like different dimensions. I didn't find this out before, but now I do. But you know, there we continue. So, as I was talking with Sophie, I was walking and I saw another friend. I was like, well, fuck, you were probably my 5th friend I saw here today. What's happening? Or, yeah, 5th, because there was that one person, Sophie, Olivia, then I saw 2 more at that instance. One wearing that, I can only describe her as the one that was inside my study hall class, with if their other class shifted. I don't know her name. That was the other friend I was saying, and Alice. She looked the same, but her hair was more like a rainbowish blue type of look. And she looked at me, eyes widened, and waved. Ugh. Oh, just how she waved at me scared me. But regular Alice wouldn't be able to do that. That was a different Alice, I will say. So I spent with them, talking with them. He was the type of friend to me that was like, hey! The class on the one that would always go, hey! Ah. Like, that's the only way I could describe his friendship to me. So then we started walking towards this shifted once again. And there was this big, huge staircase going downwards. As I looked through it, it looked like a wooden area. Not a wooden area like blocks, but it was like Home Depot. It was like Home Depot. But there was construction underneath it. It was a gym at most. As we went down it, I saw these people trying to play with like these gym ropes or something, and there was like these dead weights there. I was like, oh, that's frick, they didn't finish the gym. Because there's construction workers working on it. Like it was huge. Like, it was about a Walmart huge, and about 1.5 height times. It was huge. That must have been like the bottom level of it. So I quickly, so we went down there, looked through the one thing, and we're like trying to I was trying to look for the dang barber shop where I can meet Olivia, and probably Sophie was behind me, so don't know what she was doing. I'm questioning my dream now. So we were walking down. So we went back up, went to the cash register areas, and well, I was going to plan to leave. Then I saw my godfather Kenneth. I was like, and that my dream self, I was like, started running as I saw the friends that I saw at that mall look at me behind him. He looked at me, and I knew my dream self knew something I still don't, that they're not real. I started running towards the opening. Door opened. Then I saw people look behind me. They were running, but when each time I tried to run, you know those cartoons when they try to run fast, their legs started doing it. What it felt like was when each time I tried to run fast, my toes that hit the ground were just slowed. So I was trying to go through it, but each time I do it, it was going over and over, like inch by inch. I was running my hardest. I was trying to figure out what it is. And if I tried to run faster, it would just make me slow. And I look back and they're coming. Oh god, freaking out. So I started pushing. Then suddenly, I was able to run. And right in the middle of what I saw was the same blue thing that I saw as I walked inside the mall. And so I looked back, but I noticed that there wasn't no plastic pipes to it that was holding it up. It was levitating. And the two things I thought, I don't think I could describe what they looked like was poo floaties, and it was blue. Because they had the holy look to them, but they looked flexible. But they weren't flexible, they were solid. Like rock of some sort, I would believe. And this thing, it was rotating forward, backwards, side to side. And it was like this tube of 4 holes, but it was a circle. But not like a good looking circle. It was whacked out, not symmetrical at all. And these holes, it was just rotating. So I looked back and I saw them coming, but it was just Kenneth. The rest disappeared. So I tried to go back and see it, but I looked and I quickly went. I grabbed it. I grabbed the blue floaty looking thing, and I started floating, levitating. It was able to carry my own weight upon it, and oh my god! And what he said, he didn't Kenneth transformed into this guy who had a mustache and a beard, bald head, and a work suit. Oh, baby Jesus! Get off baby Jesus! Get off him! Get off of baby Jesus now! I started holding onto that pool floaty harder and harder, as I realized every time I saw a friend, they weren't even real. They were a figment. They were fake. They were here. I was in a different place. I didn't belong. Then I woke up. About 8 o'clock-ish, 08. Then I started making this. It was a weird dream, but it could have been longer, because I forgot the first half of it.